good morning, distinguished guests, families, and friends. Today we recognize the distinguished achievement of Master Sergeant Andrew DeCola, who by virtue of his successful completion of the Sergeant Major's Academy becomes the newest Sergeant Major. The first official use of the term Sergeant Major was in 1776, when General George Washington and his staff decided to appoint a senior non-commissioned officer to the headquarters of each infantry battalion of the Continental Army. Today, the position of Sergeant Major matured to its place of honor in the corps of non-commissioned officers through experience, dedication, and selfless service of those who served in the past. As a Sergeant Major, you must possess a great courage in matters of adversity, setting the example to the rest of the force by your conduct and behavior, and you must be confident, agile, and adaptable in providing both conceptual and practical instruction and direction. Today marks the beginning of those new and increased responsibilities. Family and friends, please feel free to take photos during the ceremony. I will now turn it over to Sergeant Major Boyquette for comments.
All right, thank you. That was well announced. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Just a couple of things before we get into business. So Andrew asked me to do his frocking, which came straight out of the blue. I had Andrew for about 6 weeks in my final semester, one of the best semesters here, instructor at DFM for my sins. And so the weight of this is not missed on me, especially from an international army. And so thank you very much for this compliment. A couple of things I want to start off with. So te aha nui o te au. So what is the greatest thing in the world in the Māori language? We would say he tangata, he tangata, he tangata. Tis people, tis people, tis people. And I always like to start that off, especially in military settings, because it is all about people, isn't it? And and the boss says that people first, and so we need to extend on that. Some things I just want to lean off. We talked about the responsibilities of a sergeant major. I've heard it many times over the last couple of days, but do we really sit down and actually analyse? I know you will, being a capability developer, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later too. But we really do stand on the shoulders of giants if we take our roles responsibly. And we've got to remember the people that came before us have set us up to where we are today, to such an auspicious rank. Expectations of soldiers and officers, as soon as we pin the rank on, officers and soldiers' expectations are high. Our time is never our own. And we're going to get, and we always get, calls in the middle of the night asking for advice, for requests, to bail me out of jail. How we react in those times is going to define us as a senior leader in any of those times. But the hardest part of the job is not even the job itself. The hardest part of the job is caring enough that you're caring what you say, what you do, and how you behave. And again, I've got the fullest confidence in you. You're going to be, I'm going to watch Task and Purpose, all the good blogs the military has to check your progression. So the soon-to-be Sergeant Major DeCola comes from one of the last noble trades in any military, the medical trade, in which I am blessed to be a part of myself back home, where intelligence and altruism are automatic traits, and you've got that in spades. I know that. Capable, confident, committed to your own development, but also to that of the team. From that short window that I had with you at DFM, understands the importance of comradeship, understands the importance of humility, but also, most importantly, understands the importance of tact and diplomacy. Now, I witnessed this many times when I had to try and instruct Andrew in the Defence Acquisition System and JSIDS, who clearly has more knowledge on these systems than I do, so guided me quite well as his assistant instructor through those phases. Kia hakai te rangatira, what is the food of the chief? He tangata, he tautaku haringa, which is language, it's communication, it is supporting change. So, from me, that is a challenge I have bared to you just now. How will you go as it's a rhetorical question. How will you go as a Sergeant Major? What will you do? What will your choices be? Tis people, tis people, tis people. All right. Enough of that. Let's get down to business.
Attention to orders. By direction of the Department of the Army, Master Sergeant Andrew DeCola, was selected for attendance to the Sergeant Major Academy for the purpose of promotion to Sergeant Major. Master Sergeants serving in or on assignment instructions to the Sergeant Major position will be frocked to Sergeant Major upon graduation of the Sergeant Major's Academy. In view of these qualities, Master Sergeant Andrew DeCola is authorized to wear the rank of Sergeant Major in the United States Army effective 11 June 2021. Signed, Terry Clavon, Sergeant Major, Chief Sergeants Major, Management Division.
All right, speech. So I've been thinking about what I want to say while I'm up here, and as soon as I'm here, all the words kind of just fly out of my head. But so thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you, Sergeant Major, for that great speech. You know, thank you, Michelle, for narrating. Oh, and thank you too for coming out. You know, my core room instructors are out here. I know you have other people that are being frocked today, so thanks for taking the time. Sergeant Major Menendez down here from Fort Drum. You know, she's here for other things as well, but it's a lovely surprise seeing you. Adelisa, thanks for coming out. And Sergeant Rose, you know, we're with each other at Fort Drum. I'm glad that you were able to come out. Mac, you know, my neighbor for the last year. You know, she tried fattening me up. You know, she didn't succeed because I hiked a bit too much, but it was mutual exchange though. I went over and tried to fix her computer several times and also helped move couches and things like that.
My handyman, I have my own personal handyman. He cut grass, he do it all, y'all.
Yes, I did. But you know, it's definitely an honor being up here. I went on the datecounter.com yesterday. It was 17 years, 11 months, and 14 days since I shipped off to basic training. Long time. Has been a lot of crazy things happen in that time. Many deployments, met many people, did all kinds of crazy things that I probably can't get into up here. Exactly, Mac's going like this. So, but one thing, the Army just always keeps rolling along, and somehow it rolled me up into the rank of Sergeant Major, and I know that, you know, going on, it's all about developing others. So yes, I'm going to try to develop myself, you know, continuing studying, continuing learning how to edit videos and put things on YouTube and stuff like that, and hopefully make them entertaining and whatnot. But most of my time is going to be, you know, helping other senior NCOs get to where I am. That way there's people to replace me when it's time for me to get out the door. And hopefully I do a good job of that, and for when I close out my career, that's how I'm going to rate my success, whether I develop people to replace me or not.
All right.
Thanks everyone for coming out. I baked sugar cookies for y'all. Eat some.
Please come around and give him some congratulations.
Hey. Sorry, brother.